Alright, you in that cow?
Yeah. It's the most diverse group right here.
Oh, it can get more diverse than this.
Yes, it can.
Yes, it can.
Benicio ain't in that one at the top though, Eric. Slide the machine.
Slide
back.
a little bit more.
Everybody's doing that.
Right, he trying to have his table
I'm
turned like he a cool
everybody.
ass nigga.
Now you blocking out.
Yeah, you can't block
It's so you'll be in front of me.
Okay, Lily, slide that lighter back under that because it ain't no point.
Because it was more better the way you had that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, he right there.
Okay.
If he pull his chair part over a little bit more. That's him over. He's over distant with his chair.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Wait.
Yo.
Oh my God!
Wait.
Okay, Eric, you want to press the line?
Miss me?
I think
Oh, I want to paste the topics in the damn thing first.
you got your topic
This blue
sheet.
thing, like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. No, don't be sorry. I respect it.
Are we live?
We're live in the flesh.
And we're back. We're back.
I don't have no intro. I'm not back.
Rap us one.
Don't worry about this. I got this.
Come on,
Yo, so
Benicio,
we're
let's
back.
go.
Yo, check 1, 2. Welcome back to Uncut.
I got this.
He was practicing it.
Welcome to episode 2 of Uncut Convos.
Cue the applause. Woo!
Okay. Woo! I am your host, the official, the only one, the royal one, Ron the Prince. From the right to the left, we're going to introduce everybody.
Lenny Minaj.
I know that's
Lynn,
right.
a.k.a. Lenny Minaj if you're nasty.
Really?
The one and only Lyrica Blake. Lily, Lou, bangs for the boys and curls for the girls.
I know that's
We
right.
got my boy Kyle in the building and my boy Benicio, BB the barber.
I always be forgetting to cover.
So, how everybody week going? Let's talk about how everybody week going first before we get into the topics. Anybody?
We're going first.
My week low key kind of in a shit show. I don't know. I don't know what's in the
That's
air.
real life.
No, for real. Like, I don't know what's in the air. It's been full moons this week, though, haven't it?
It has been.
Yeah.
It's like almost
I don't know if
every
that
day.
has anything to do with it.
It
but
do,
like,
because I was telling Lily like how I was like overly emotional like the whole fucking week for no reason. I ain't even had shit
Same.
going on. I was just like, I feel like crying right now for
Same.
no fucking reason.
Fuck, I watched this movie series, 3 of them. I'm in the room like, everybody like, Grandma, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Fuck, okay. I just watched a series. Good times. It's okay.
it might have something to do with the full moon. We was awful in the
I
cycle.
feel
I
like
think so.
this seasonal sadness just hit like a bitch.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of people that I know right now feel like they got a lot going on.
It is a lot going on.
It is a lot going on.
It
I
is a
feel
lot
like
going on.
it is a
I
lot
don't know
going on.
about
It's
y'all,
not
but
feeling.
I've been having a pretty decent week.
Oh,
Well, good for you.
We can't all be perfect. Sorry.
Shit, perfect, but shit, I ain't gonna let.
Okay, so what about your week has made it so good?
about some good.
Or just life?
Just life. You
Just
gotta
life.
appreciate
And I can
it.
Yeah, and that's absolutely the
I know
best
that's
answer you
right.
could
Okay,
ever
I'm
have.
glad when you was- 'cause I got
So you already know we
What?
got shit throws every day.
Okay. So, are y'all ready to get into this week topics?
We ready. Let's go. Oh,
Oh, no.
I ain't ready.
Kyle said, oh no.
That's alright,
Sorry, y'all. We a little pre-late. But it's alright. Okay.
Cheers to the
We're late, so you already know.
Cheers to that seasonal depression.
Somebody already said it's how much y'all late. Or y'all
But guess what? I just want to say this, y'all. We might be late, but it ain't no color people time. It was the mixed and white people this time.
Oh.
I was working.
It is Black History
Wait,
Month.
is he
It
not lying?
is Black History Month, so we can say what the fuck we want to say. So let's get that shit straight too. For all you motherfuckers out there, it is motherfucking Black History Month. So let's get that cool.
And I love my white
And
mixed
period.
friends, first of all.
And we
So
love the
they know
motherfucker.
on me.
I love Lily
No
motherfucking ass. Do you
offense.
see fucking Poncho Lily got on the
Baby, let's talk about this poncho
Let's talk
real
about the
quick.
poncho.
Let's let the poncho have this moment.
But can we show them what's under the poncho, please? Like,
Yes,
for
preset of the
5
barnet.
seconds.
That's the
Wait,
barnet.
before-
That's up under there.
Before Lily show what she have on under here, when she show, I want y'all to comment. Should she take the cover up or off or not?
Oh,
So
Hype my girl
show 'em.
up.
So, it's a little PG-13.
No,
It's
just stand
not.
up. Stand up and
Stand
model
up.
the
Oh.
poncho first.
Let's go,
Poncho
Lily.
first.
Let's go.
The
she keep the cover up on, y'all, or take it off? Because I feel like she should take it off.
Yeah, you were trying to.
Obviously, whatever you're comfortable with, but I
Can
go
you
off.
even see
I
the
love
comments from here?
I love a girl that shows
Yeah.
some
Can
skin.
you see the comments from here?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on her.
And it is pretty hot up in here, so if she wants to make
Right, yeah, Harry, can you
get
get some
right,
cans,
she can
please?
take it off.
Yeah, every time I drink a little, my face feels like it's on fire. Is that anybody else?
Oh yeah. Oh for sure.
Yeah.
You're
like,
like
I'm not
rosy
hot.
at the cheeks though, but you know, that's a color thing.
It's giving. It's giving. It's cute.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay.
You're very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You are too. I like your eyelashes.
Oh, thank you.
Do you get extensions or
Oh, I just stripped them all myself before I came meet you.
You know what?
What's the connection here? I love it.
I think it's the L.
I love it.
Just stripped them all, girl. Before I
love
came meet
it.
you. Well, I was
happy.
like Whoopi Goldberg or Harriet Tubman. Whichever one you know.
Now Whoopi.
No, she gonna say whichever one you
I
know.
look like them before I came with you right there. Shit.
I would hope that she know both.
Yeah, history.
And if y'all don't, y'all can be completely honest. You know?
Right, like I
I'm
said.
really gonna be honest.
Now you hear me? Whichever one you know, but they just somehow they just found out about Emmett Till. Bullshit. But okay,
Right.
that ain't the subject tonight. But
Is people
on to
just
the
find out
next.
about Emmett Till?
I ain't really serious.
So first of all, have y'all watched the Emmett Till series?
I haven't watched
I watched
it.
Emmett Till when I was 5. I watched Emmett Till story when I was 7.
Yeah,
Emmett
no.
Till is
Yeah.
somewhere in my family or something. That story's been out. What black motherfucker ain't taught their kids about Emmett Till?
Yeah, I agree. My parents definitely taught me, but I haven't watched this new series that's out. I feel like
The
there's
new
gonna be
series
lots
I
of
haven't even
stuff.
seen it.
Yeah.
But then everybody's going crazy about it, like, oh, it's new, but it's old as shit. It's old
Oh,
as Martin
no,
Luther
for sure.
King. It's
Yeah.
old as Harriet Tubman, old as Sojourner Truth, old as Frederick Douglass. All this shit, old as hell. You didn't
about
learn
it.
about it, you ain't learn about it. But like I said, can we get on to our subject for tonight, Ron?
Okay.
We're gonna get a little heated about some like this. We're gonna wait till February for that shit.
Okay.
That's gonna be a topic. For
Oh, yeah, we gonna wait till February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get into the first topic of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, y'all opinions are more important in this matter, but men, of course, we want to know what we think also. So, can a woman cheat without getting emotionally attached to the man that she cheating with? Or the woman she cheating with, whatever. If she's in a relationship, can she cheat with someone else without getting emotionally attached to them? So, who want to go first?
Let's go.
No, let's get
go
yours
from left
last.
to right.
Yeah, let's get yours last.
Here. I'm gonna go here.
Benicio,
I'm gonna go here.
let's see. What you think?
Repeat it one more time.
So, can a woman cheat without getting emotionally attached to the person she's cheating with?
I mean, shit.
And this is just your opinion. If you think she can't, then just fine. Like,
And everything is only your opinion anyway. Nothing's the truth about it.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, I feel like if you're in a relationship, you should be committed just to that one person. So if you do ever feel like you need to cheat, go ahead, just end the relationship. Because you just call
We
it
was just
problems
talking about
between
that.
okay, cool, fair. But if
yeah,
you
the
are in a
person-
relationship
yeah,
and you
you-
cheat,
I mean, for a woman, I feel like, yeah, only because, I mean, really just because the shit we just watched too. I mean, you gotta think about it. A woman is more emotionally attached to her significant other.
that's not always the case, though.
It's not always the case, but that's majority of the case. So,
Says who?
But he's just giving his opinion.
Just give
So,
Right.
so I feel like it is kind of fucked up because you already have your person to do that with. I mean, it's vice versa too. Like, so if the man cheats, obviously it is more of the fact that men cheat for an emotional reason. But I don't know. Just for a woman, I don't know. I can't really explain. That's just kind of fucked up to me.
Ryan, you gotta remember the question.
That's kind of just fucked up.
The last part of the question. Let's get the real.
Okay. Can a woman cheat and not get emotionally attached to the person she's cheating with?
Can she do it? In
Can
your
she,
opinion?
in your
Yes or
opinion,
no?
can she do it and still be like, I'm good, I ain't gotta be with this nigga or this dude, and I'm still good with my guy at home? Or do you feel like she will eventually get attached to him too?
I mean, I've seen it. I've literally seen it. So, yeah, I think a woman can cheat without getting emotionally attached. I've seen it,
Okay.
so it is a fact that it can happen. But most of the time, it really kind of is.
So, basically, you saying in rare cases, girls don't get emotionally
In
attached.
rare cases,
But for the
yeah.
majority, you
But
feel like
for
they
the
can't
majority-
cheat without getting emotionally attached.
I mean, personally, yeah.
Okay, and what do you think? Is it the same for a man? Can a man cheat, go out and cheat, and still feel like, oh, I ain't got no feelings for that bitch. I'm just cheated, and I'm going back home to my girl.
Yeah, like I'm saying, it's vice versa. Like, it can work both ways.
Right.
But on a female standpoint, I just feel like, obviously, you missing something from your own niggas, so you going out to look for that from another person. So why you gonna go look for another person when you already got your nigga at the crib? Same shit as a nigga got your bitch at the crib, but yeah, you still gonna go out and cheat. To me, I just don't like cheating. Like, that don't make no type of sense.
Good job. That sounds good.
Kyle, what you think? Do you think a woman could have sex with someone else while she's in a relationship and get emotionally attached?
Honestly, like in a way, I kind of agree with Benicio because I've seen it too.
Okay.
Like, and honestly, I really feel like both genders kind of do. I've seen like both kind of just have like that like bubble where it's like the secret is kept and it's like it's kind of just maintained like cruising along. Sorry, and I've seen both of them do it. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. I really feel like it just depends
on the person.
Yeah, like
if they a savage or not, basically.
Yeah, like, but not like because honestly, at the end of the day, you just shouldn't cheat. Like that's just me.
Okay, so one of our viewers, Demia, she said, no, when a woman cheats, she cheats to replace or depending on the situation. If the woman is still holding on to their spouse, it'll just be sex to her.
Okay, I can kind of agree with that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Okay, Lily.
I mean, but like she's saying spouse. When she says spouse, you mean that they're married.
That's a good point.
Well, I don't think she is.
Well, then if she's not, well, we can't say spouse.
Right.
Spouse is a married person. And that goes a whole different way with cheating than when it comes down to really natural, like, because when you look at relationship, we only meant here to be put together.
Wait, I want to get your opinion last, because I feel like you go, you
know,
got
but
more to say
I
about
got
it.
something to say,
Yeah.
but I got something to say about what she's saying too, because, I mean, we do shit, we bitches lie, niggas lie. We do shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't got to do shit because he did shit, and they ain't got to do shit because we did shit. We just do shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to sum shit up. You know, and we don't do shit sometimes, majority of because he did something or because she did something. Bullshit. We do something because we want to do something.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get into an environment and we get to hang with people that we get to get loose and feel comfortable with that makes us like feel like, hey, it's worth getting a chance. So, hey, whatever I got at home tonight, we're going to let that ride. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes because guess what? Sawyer roll oats ain't just a sentence.
My grandma used to say that all the time, so, yeah.
You are not lying.
But honestly, yeah, I feel like we really strongly like it just depends. Cause like one thing that dude, I've seen people cheat over like this.
Yeah.
Or like just like it's just the most just like kind of like mind-boggling thing, and that's what I don't know. I feel like many like things like that is just like it really just like depends on the person, because like no one really sees what's really going on inside of the person.
Facts.
No matter how many words you say, you're not getting everything out. Like, you get what I mean? Like,
I do.
so like that's just how I see it.
Okay, I can respect it.
Thank you.
So,
Appreciate it.
my opinion is, have you guys ever heard if you're in a relationship and then you end up having a second person, go for the second person because clearly the first person wasn't good enough for you, and you felt that you needed to cheat and you needed to find that emotional support from somebody else or comfort from somebody else.
It makes sense, but
So I think personally, I probably would not cheat. I've never been in a relationship, so, but I don't
You've
think I
never
would
been in a
cheat.
relationship?
I've never had a boyfriend or girlfriend. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So yeah, they're all bums. But
Period.
topic.
So are you a virgin?
No.
Oh, you're not a virgin, but you just are not in a relationship. This needs to go a little higher.
And yeah, I personally
Okay.
feel that if you are looking to cheat on your significant other, then you should just leave the other person and go for the other person that you were wanting to cheat on with because you're not feeling that emotional support from your significant other.
But what about mistakes are meant to be made and sometimes people need a chance to get it back right? Sometimes that first person may be that person for you, but they have to wake up and see if that's that person for you. So maybe you have to go out and do something with somebody else to make that second person knowledgeable so that first person can know that what he had was knowledgeable at the first point.
Does it take cheating to realize
It
that?
should not take cheating to realize
But
that.
it does.
But guess what? Giving away the most vulnerable part, because guess what a man will never understand? The way you did him, he don't want you to do. He can't even close his eyes and think about nobody else doing it. So
Tell him.
get that shit together
Tell him.
too.
Tell him.
Now, when he realized that you over there bouncing, licking, or whatever you do, however you do it, the same you do to him, when he realized you over there doing it with man number two, now he come with his mind right, knowing you don't need that nigga no more, and usually it wipes him out the box because we go back with what we're used to. It doesn't, man number two can come and fuck the shit out you. And lick the fuck the shit out you. But if man number one shows that he got shit in order, then that's where you're going.
So, and that goes to how emotionally attached are you to person number one or person number two? And if it's too late, because you know, sometimes it's just too late.
And you're definitely right about that.
Like, you should have recognized how I was feeling before I did something, but also you're your own person of your own actions. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I do think that women can get emotionally attached to their significant other. Not with every female, but I know probably with me, I think I would.
Yeah.
To get attached to the second person instead.
I would probably get attached to both. Like, I have love for one person, but then also have feelings for the second person. Yeah.
So, I know for a fact that women can cheat without getting emotionally attached because I got a lot of savage females in my family. Like, the things I've seen niggas do, I've seen females do. Like, I know it can be done. Like, I don't know. I just know it can be done. Like, and I've seen men that cheat and get emotionally attached to the person they was cheating with. So, I feel like what Kyle and Benicio said, it's either or for both. Like, it just depends on the person that you is. Like, if you savage enough to go out and fuck and not have feelings, then you can. But if you're an emotional person like me, I'll probably go out and fuck and get feelings. So I mean, not fucking. So, well, yeah, I guess it just depends.
I feel like, okay, so before I sit here and give my answer, can you repeat the original question?
Okay. Can a woman cheat without getting emotionally attached to the person she's cheating with? The reason why we made this a one-sided thing because I saw online people saying like, niggas can go fuck and they ain't gotta have no emotion. And my whole thing is, I saw females do it too. But I didn't know if everybody else seen females do that. Like, cause I know even females think that they own people can't fuck and get emotionally, without getting emotionally attached.
Right. Okay, so I feel like we need to recognize and understand we are in 2022. This is a whole new age of savage ass bitches, and I don't mean that like a, you know, the degrading term or derogatory term, but like we are in an age of savage ass bitches. We are not, respectfully, we are not our grandparents that would sit here and like, you know, our grandparents would allow their husbands to cheat on them and they would stay, or allow their husbands to beat on them and stay, whatever the case.
Unthinkable.
Exactly. So like we have to realize like it's a whole new age of women. We can go out and cheat. Not me personally, I don't cheat. Let me just say, in case my future husband is watching, I don't cheat. However,
and I do feel that it's a new age of women, and they.
Exactly.
But I just want to say the women's that's before these age of women that's in my family, they still never gave a fuck. So
see, and there you go. Like, I feel like people discredit us as women. Like, okay, she gonna go out and cheat. It's automatically gonna be emotional. It's automatically gonna be feelings attached. No, sometimes
like they
it's
not
just a quick
sexual
fuck.
beings too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's nothing more, nothing less than just a quick fuck. So it's important to recognize us as human, as sexual beings, just like how we recognize men as sexual beings too.
Yeah.
It don't always gotta be that.
So we had a girl that say no, because why y'all cheating in the first place when you could just leave?
Oh no, I 100%.
We do
agree.
understand that, but in the hypothetical case that if you are in a relationship and you are a cheater, because let's be honest, there's plenty of cheaters out here. Not everybody feel the need to leave or not cheat at all. So we speaking from the hypothetical point of a person that's in a relationship and still went out to cheat.
And that's just like selfish. Some people are just selfish. Like they don't want that person they're with to be with anyone else, but they feel that they can be with other people.
I don't know, like, cause I just want to speak from experience, cause I'm not a cheater. But like how Lan was saying that, like sometimes people cheat so to help the person get their shit together. And Lyrical was like, but does it take cheating? Sometimes you. So basically, like I had a situation where I was getting messed around on, and I was being a good boy, you know. And I saw something once, and I would let it slide, and I saw something twice. And then at that point, I was just like, let me show this person that I'm still a desirable person too, and that I'm still on the market. So I low-key like stole the person who they was talking to in their phone, stole their number and started texting this person, and low-key made them flirt with me like I was gonna fuck them, and took it to that person and said, you see what type of loose motherfuckers you deal with? You know? And then I actually would go cheat because this person was just talking to people. But I'm like a person, if I'm gonna talk to you, I'm not a person that's gonna go talk, I'm gonna go fuck. So you talking to these people and I'm trying to be a good person. So when I went to go talk to somebody, I went to go fuck them to come back and be like, see, like, so what do you want to do? Is we playing this the right way or we gonna do it the wrong way?
What the fuck he just said?
And ever since then, we've been good. So sometimes you just gotta let your significant other know that you are a desirable person too, and that you can still be on the market just as well as them. And either they gonna get their shit together and y'all gonna make it right, or they not. And if they not, they can just, you know, y'all can just drift apart. But in my case, this theory worked for me. That's all I want to say.
As long as it worked for you, you know, like, if it worked for you,
Everybody
it worked
has
for
to
you.
do everything that works for them.
I'm just not with the tit for tat shit. That's
Okay.
me personally. Like
Yeah.
I can, if I see something I do not like or that I find disrespectful, I'm out.
I feel like
Please,
tit for
like,
tat is
that's
more than
all I
one.
agree with
If
that.
it's 1-1, then we got our score even and we gonna move on. I like, but if it keep going after that, then I feel like it's tit for tat. I feel like at that point it's time to move on. I feel like it's up to you to decide, is it worth taking that chance of showing this person that you know
I feel
I
like
can score just like you. You know, cause I could have just walked away, but I know this is what I wanted, so I wanted to show you, like, you know, is we doing this or we doing that? Because I feel like my relationship was worth taking that risk and being risky, you know. So, but if you feel like it ain't worth it and shit was already downhill from now, I would have just left. I was like, okay, fuck you, but I knew that wasn't the case for me. So, and I was just not gonna get my lick back because I'm gonna really get it, you know.
I used to be very big on matching energy, which I am really big with reciprocating other people towards me, but I realized that matching energy means I'm lowering myself to meet your expectations. And I feel like me being the bigger person, I'm not gonna lower myself for you to recognize me.
Well, that's only if you're doing something that you didn't want to do in the first place. So if it was something that you wanted to do, you're not lowering yourself. Because I would go do what I want to do because I like to do what I want to do anyways.
Right.
It ain't because I want to be like, oh, I'm doing this just to prove a point. I'm proving my point to you, but I do what I do at the same time. You know? So if you want to go do that just for that person, then of course you are lowering yourself. So I do agree with you on that. But, you know.
It's like, bitch, who told you I was Cinderella?
No.
I'm talking about before 12. Who the fuck told you I was Cinderella in the morning? No, I ain't no ugly duckling, motherfucker. Whatever you did, you gonna do, motherfucker. But guess what? I'm out here.
Yeah.
I'm not know who the fuck told you was able to go and do what the fuck you wanted to do, like you left Asia at home. Bullshit ain't about nothing. But when you get down to men and women cheating really in a relationship when they've been together, it's like the A-L and the A-L-L-Y in the end of words, like spiritual, mentally, emotional, socially, those things.
Okay.
Those things happen.
Hold the fuck up.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, socially. And if you want to get real technical, then you add your spiritual. A-L and A-L-L-Y means combine. Anytime that you come into somebody's life and want to interrupt it with bullshit, know damn well, we don't cheat for nothing. As a woman, We're built tough to go through so much shit
Facts.
that it doesn't matter. We don't even have to have a fucking kid. We have a period that structures every fucking thing in your life every fucking month. No matter it's the good, the bad, or the ugly. People need to realize that we are different. You can't just do shit. You can't just do shit to us.
I agree.
And let's get that physical.
Especially mentally.
If you come in on a physical note in a relationship and you found yourself that you wanted to be with that motherfucker, that meant that motherfucker was physical. That means he protects you. That means that motherfucker lives shit. That means that motherfucker nails shit. He hammers shit. He makes shit happen.
Period.
Emotionally is when he can sit down and discuss and do anything. Rub your body and make you calm on yourself. Make you catch butterflies when he comes to the door because he make you fucking happy. Socially is when he can just sit down with you and anybody like in this room right now and just get along with every motherfucker body. You know what I'm saying? Physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially. And then you can't forget about the touching and the feeling. Whatever went on at first, you have to keep that shit coming. And niggas have a point of being like, you name my mama. What the fuck made me different? I just cooked your food, washed your clothes, washed the dishes. Bitch, I am your man.
Period.
And the only thing separates us from being mama, that's why I said mammy, because I didn't have your motherfucking ass.
Can we clap for that real quick?
What the fuck wrong with you? I didn't have you. That's what made me not be your mother. But everything that a man, if a man come into a real woman house and a person that think they a fucking woman, they supplying they fucking man. Guess what they giving them? They give him their crib in the first spot because he ain't paid no fucking rent.
Let's talk about it.
They give him their fucking bed and they open their refrigerator. And 9 times out of 10, you got a real woman, she went about the soap she wants you to smell good in. And the fragrance she wants you to smell good after. The fuck? Now guess what? He got spoiled. And now you got a spoiled motherfucker. And guess what? You can't have a spoiled motherfucker in the bed. Like me, I'm an initiator. Where I fuck up at.
What do you mean? What you mean?
I'm an initiator. I just do shit. And motherfuckers get spoiled with that. So when I don't want to do shit, I don't get shit. How you do that?
I know that's right.
You so spoiled that damn it, you scared this motherfucker? If I don't get over there and wow now, ain't nobody wow. Ain't that a bitch? You can't make yourself subject to that either. Don't make a nigga spoil, baby. Cause you can't blame shit on nobody but your motherfucking self. I'm talking about if he ain't getting out working, paying no bills, even if he ain't slaying no dick or emptying no garbage, you can't blame shit on nobody but yourself. And hell yeah, you cannot cheat with no motherfucker without getting emotionally attached. Cause we are human beings. And shit at home ain't right. That's why we left. Cause emotionally, physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially want that. And we thought we felt it somewhere else. But guess what? That's why I told you about getting with somebody else, finding out that number one was the best thing, because there's a such thing as a fling and a thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. And have you guys ever
You gotta find your fling and your thing. It's a such thing as a fling and a thing. A thing got shit going on. A fling ain't shit with somebody who make him belly every time you sing.
And I went back home to my thing.
Okay, and then it's all about recognizing and realizing life. We all fuck up, we all make mistakes. Like I said about raw oaths. Guess what? In the relationship, we don't belong to no one until we earthly fucking married. We can get and do really what the fuck we want to do. And we can fuck and talk to and associate with any motherfucker we want to talk to until you get ready. If you feel like I'm fucked up, you should put a ring on that motherfucker.
That's right.
If we've been in there long enough with each other that you think I'm fucking up, you should put a ring on that motherfucker. And white people get married after they've been together 6 months. You can
6
too.
days?
You can
Y'all
too.
working on shit.
You can too. Ain't shit wrong with that.
Watch this, bitch.
Bitch.
No shit.
The fuck you mean?
I think that's all that needs to be said about that. I feel like we can
Literally,
move on.
like, man, that was.
We need to get to our next subject,
That
cause
whole thing up.
Preach that one
Shit.
down. I told
Yeah.
y'all,
Yeah.
I told y'all, she was gonna come and give us what we needed.
Baby, people gonna give you the tea about your dick anyway. They want it too. Believe me, if you went and told them motherfucker they was slaying, they want it too. Ooh, she gets slayed. I ain't. Somebody at home ain't getting slayed. Why you talking about being slayed? 9 times out of 10, that's motherfucker gonna fuck them.
Okay, we're going to topic 2.
It's like, how do we even like go
That
up
was-
from there?
Man,
Like,
I love that. That was just,
Right?
that was everything. You know what? Let me try to move on because I'm
We
still.
got to go on. What was
I'm
our
still
next?
stuck.
They had one. One is over with,
And
so
we
they
30
had.
minutes in already, y'all.
Okay, so we had 30 more minutes because they
From
had
one time.
one. One was their favorite one, so.
Okay, so how do you feel about your spouse having opposite sex friends, or if you gay, same sex friends? And before y'all answer that, what if the person has messed around with their friend? Let's say, for example, when they was 13 years old, they fucked and they was each other first, but they realized like, oh, this is just my friend. Like it wasn't meant for us to do that. Like, do you allow them to still be friends, or do you feel like it's not okay for them to be friends? So let's do the first half of that question first. How do you feel about your spouse having opposite sex friends? Come on, Benicio.
No, I'm about to say it. So, in my relationship right now, I'm sure you hate that if I have a female friend. But I already,
And that's
Lily,
so
for
weird.
example.
Lily, for example. Lily.
Wait, now we get
Nah, but here's my whole take on it though. I don't mind if you have
They
a
put
friend.
my on blast out.
Uncut Convos, baby.
I don't mind if you have a friend of the opposite sex, as long as you know the respect is there and all that.
Okay.
So like boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries. You gotta have the set boundaries, obviously. But if I know intentionally that the other motherfucker is just waiting for me to fuck up and then him to step in, that's fucked up. Because what the fuck I look like? I'm not gonna just sit here and allow that.
Okay, so if your spouse feel like offended about you having an opposite sex friend, do that make you think that they like insecure or like got their own shit going on the side, like they messing with their male friends, and that's why they feel like you shouldn't have female friends because they know what they be doing, or do?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's always a thought in mind, but
Okay.
at the end of the day,
Because that's what I would think. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I think the same shit, but I mean, at the end of the day, I really don't I really don't give a fuck. Because
You get
either you gonna just be with me and respect me the same way I respect you, and I already been told you from the jump on how it is. Because you feel me, I already done had issues with my shorty. We've been on and off, and Lily been my friend for the longest time. So for her to have a problem, like I'm just using it as an example, like so if her having a problem with me being friends with Lily, I already had to break it down to her. Look, she was here before you, she was here after you. So she not gonna go nowhere while we together now. Because
A man.
what? Like that don't make no type of sense. I'm not gonna cut somebody out that's always been respecting me.
Yeah.
Respectful, been
But it's
friend,
really
real
somebody
friend.
that you're fucking.
No.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, let's make that
Now,
clear. Lily is no one that you're fucking.
Now if it's somebody
So
that
Lily's allowed to be around.
but if it's
Okay,
somebody
okay.
that I don't mess with, I can see like
Okay, yeah. The
like,
strange attitude or
So,
whatever.
right, so
I'll be like more lenient on it.
Right,
That's my
okay,
issue.
right.
Like, so what if your partner know you never mess with this person sexual, no nothing, and they still like offended about you having the opposite sex friend of this particular person? What do you think? Why would that happen?
I mean, I think they're just jealous and dumb as hell. I mean,
Yeah.
cause I have like male friends too, and I go through things like my baby daddies, like I'm cool with them. Bitch, I had kids by then when I was 14 and 16. 44! Fucking dying now! Can they be my friend? Fuck, I don't want them.
I mean
Shit, you know, shit happens. You know, you can generally be friends with the opposite sex without anything going on,
Yes.
and you can do this shit daily.
yes.
It's a point what makes and draws a female or a male to think that someone is going through relations with a person in the first place. It had to be something that was drawn, something that came up, because close friends don't make the relationship, people in the relationship feel weird. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta make somebody feel weird. You know what I'm saying? In order really to bring up the conversation, somebody gotta really make somebody feel weird.
Oh, here you go, right
Though
here.
they think that something is going on because shit weird now. What the fuck? Straight shit up.
But here's the thing. I already done told her like, cause there's been multiple situations where her and Lily could have like been together and
Right,
and
kicking
cool,
it.
but she don't want to do that. So that really kind of fall on. That really kind of fall on her because if I gave her the opportunity to
Feline number one ambassador tonight. Yeah.
If I give her the opportunity to, you know, meet my friend that's a female, you know, talk things out like, all right, you know, just become friends themselves. If she don't want to do that, then that's on her.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie.
right.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
You feel me? I am a pretty good looking motherfucker, so I
I'm
can
fine as shit.
see. Like, so I can see, like, I see why she can be high. She told me, she's like, you're a fine motherfucker. You got all this going on.
But that's
Why
what
wouldn't
trust
it be
lies.
more-
That say more about
That's
her than the
that's
other.
Yeah, that's what trust lies
So
in.
that's what I want to get into.
That's what
That
trust
says
lies in.
more-
And now it's more of a trust issue than you being friends with Lily and being with her. It's more of a trust issue.
But
And if you
here's the
have a
thing.
person that can literally come and talk to you and tell you like, hey, who out the bam? Because literally, people nowadays can have relationships. Speeches, conversations with their mates.
Yes.
It's like people cannot talk to that mate, and that's where women are falling short at because we're so emotional struck that we want somebody to talk to us. We want to hear shit.
There's some men too, like me. I want
Okay.
people to talk to me too.
Okay, baby, you're a sister to boo.
Yeah, I am.
You know, but we like. Bitch, you think that was cool, boo? Look, no, come and talk and make sure, okay. Don't just walk off and I said, bitch. No, you have to make shit right with us. Because if you don't make shit right with us, it's going to go back to that first topic. Well, we're going to go and go. And go and go. You know? Shit. You can't talk to us.
And I think it's more of a thing on her end because it's weird because if the feelings was mutual between her and the person that she has a problem with, then I would like, oh, okay. But I feel like I've got her side of why she like don't like this person, and then I ask that person, they just like, oh, she's just not the type of person I hang out with. That's it. I don't have a problem with her. So it's like one person got a problem and the other person just saying you're not my cup of tea. You know? So it's like, what is your real issue?
It's like they saying
It's
even
a fake problem.
it's like even they saying like even if he was right there in the middle, we still wouldn't get along anyway. So I might as well Justin Bieber this shit. That's what they saying. They saying like even if he was right there in the middle and she was right there and they was right there, even on the dinner date, both of them would just easily just talk to him without talking to each other because they have no points to make. See, they don't want to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Weird though.
And I think insecurity lays a lot on that question that you asked because when you're insecure, you take out your insecurities on your significant other.
Because I've done it,
And,
so that is true.
And sometimes you ever get like that gut feeling like, nah, like usually that gut feeling's right when you're like, they're gonna get together. And then you all break up and then they end up together. And it's
I've seen that. Not in my situation, but I've seen that.
Yes.
I have seen that.
But I also think you should trust your significant other, and if they're telling you, and there's been no type of history, then that's just your insecurity, and you need to get over yourself.
Well,
and
speaking of
walk
that,
over that bridge.
I have a question. So, because something you said made me think of this. Does it make a difference if the person they're wanting to be friends with is their ex? Does that change your answer?
A little bit.
That was the second part of my question.
Oh,
The
okay.
same question.
Okay.
Because I want to know what y'all think because that'll be a problem for me. I don't care if y'all was exes when y'all was 12 or 22. Like, I feel like,
Ex, but not necessarily. Well, I mean,
okay, ex if it was no sexual contact,
Right,
then I
okay.
don't care. But if y'all had sexual contact, if you know what any fucking body part look like, then I'm gonna need you to move around.
Well, I'm friends with all 5 of my exes, and I know what all of them look like, and I don't even want them no more. I'm like, I'm with my guy. Like, when they're around, I don't sit up and bite my tongue like,
Yeah, I
don't know.
I feel you, but
we gonna go in a bad
Uncle
thing.
Bert said you a different type of animal though.
I mean,
So-
because I had them already. I would have never left them. I don't leave shit for shit. So, if I would have never left your ass if I wanted to, get with 5 years later and you come to a party because you done got a couple dollars with your best outfit on, now here I go. Something we talk about the past or some shit like that, but no.
Somebody in the comments said your ex cannot be your friend that's dead.
Yeah,
and
my best
I 100% agree with that.
Because when you love someone,
I'm not even gonna lie.
agree with that.
Every single ex I've had, y'all, I swear to God, I've doubled back to. Every single one.
Really?
So every single one.
low key.
Not me.
I've never not seen a person one time unless it was one person.
So I can completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Every ex I never double back to except one.
Lyrica said, I'm gonna do it.
I'm doing what I'm comfortable with. You feel me? I know
One,
it.
you feel what I'm saying? It's just, come on now, when we're dealing with sex and dealing with shit, it should not be 5 exes that you fucking run back to. It should be that one that takes the place of that motherfucker you fucking with that you can go fuck anytime you want to, that's gonna satisfy you, make your crinkle toes curl. He got a one, you got one, he take his ass back. No, it should not be. I ain't doubling back to none. I only double back to one. Out of all my shit, it's only been one that knocked my damn fallopian tube back.
Okay.
No, stop it.
Okay.
So Miss Lynn, are you friends with that ex that you went back to that one time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so my cousin Demir said exes tend to want to be just nosy and think they can get back together. So,
That's true.
so do y'all feel like sometimes exes just stick around to see what you got going on with
That's
the
if you leave that ex as a friend. Why the hell
For
would you
sure.
think communicating with that motherfucker like that? An ex is just an ex. I mean, I didn't say that
Yes.
we called each other and talked to each other every time. No, an ex was an ex. When we broke up, his ass was gone. He shouldn't even been in my damn business. His ass should have been blocked. Whatever he found out about me, he found out.
Right. So one of my best friend Gina, she said that's why you can't be friends with ex, especially if y'all had sex, because at some point it's always gonna be that one ex that give in and double back.
That one, Jenna, you said it right. That one.
So should you
Should have
be
been
friends
that
with your exes
five.
or not?
Hell yeah, no. You gonna die for what? What he do to you? What y'all do to each other? Did y'all break up on so bad terms that y'all can't be friends though? Come on, like life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get.
It's tricky. I don't know.
Shit, it ain't tricky. You know if you want that motherfucker or not. If you doubling back to that motherfucker, you want him.
What you think, Cal? Do you think? How do you feel about your spouse? Because you're in a relationship. How long you been in your relationship? Okay, 2 years. 2 years. That's a long time in relationships.
He said he got that one. He said one.
Okay, so how do you feel about your spouse having opposite sex friends? Is that cool with you?
Honestly, I kind of see it as like, it's like part of what Benicio said. I feel like it really can be like, you could kind of look, it'll really depend on how you look at it, depending on your insecurities and everything. But honestly, I've kind of just like seen it as like a good way, if you look at it as just like a good way to demonstrate like, like loyalty. Like just to kind of look at,
Interesting point of view.
like because you can have let your significant other have friends of the opposite gender, and you don't have to be like always on their shit. You could just keep it. Like, you get what I mean? Like, and you can,
I get exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I know that's right, Kyle.
What about you just being a woman or a man, knowing that, hey, he done fucking left your ass, he stepped up to me, I'm the biggest motherfucking boss, and I don't give a fuck what bitch come through this motherfucker. If you fucked him or didn't, I don't give a fuck, it is what it is. Because if you want to be with you, he should be. He right here, so what the fuck I'm ducking any motherfucker for?
Right, so what do you
and
think?
And why am I knocking him from doing this stuff? Yeah. But you can't go have dinner with that bitch and go lay out on the beach.
Right.
So now let's be real about sex shit.
If your spouse had sex with that person, is there a problem for you then or no?
Wait, what?
Like, if your spouse had sex with someone, right, but they decided that they just friends and that wasn't for them, is it okay for them to be friends?
Wait, before?
Before you, yes. Absolutely before you.
Honestly, when it comes to that, is me personally is I don't want my significant other talking to nobody that it's any sexual contact with, but I just want to emphasize though that it's not someone that I'll be alright. I give that same respect back. I don't like speak or anything to anyone that I've ever been with, had any sexual
A
contact
man.
with.
Yeah, because we talked about that, and Kyle was
man.
literally saying how somebody was reaching out to him that was an ex, and he was just like, as much as I love this person, we got history, and I mess with them, and I won't care about their well-being, I will not
I can't
communicate
do
with them.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
gotta cut it
So
down.
that is true. He is speaking to
Yeah.
It was
Bird
hard.
is bond.
Like it was hard. Like that was like a person that was like a friend from like middle school that like saw like my darkest times and like it was hard, but like I really just stood on my morals about it and I don't know, I feel like that's really what got me through it. So it was like I really only told LaRon about it.
Rich
Like,
just being cool with somebody doesn't mean that they got your number and they call you. Now, it means that if we pass each other in a social gathering or in the grocery store, I'll still say hi and I'll.
Right.
See,
No,
that's
you-
what I was
I
I
told
told
him
him
the same thing. I still got the elbow, but
I
it doesn't mean that I'm
under-
gonna have lunch, dinner, mate soul. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Just
true.
meant that
I
we
see.
ran across each other and I'm still cool with you. Meaning being saying social doesn't mean that you going out to dinner, you going out to eat, you going there with them by yourself or nothing like that. I mean, if we cross each other's path in social gathering or where we at, I would still acknowledge you as, hey, how you doing? How's life? How's your mama doing? You know what I'm saying? How's the kid?
I
I'm
agree.
not gonna. But other than that, no, we're not gonna sit down and put poppy and at the table by ourselves without our mates together.
Honestly,
Ain't
like
lying.
I agree with that, and LaRon, I agreed with that when you told it to me,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
completely. But really, what it was like, I honestly just got like so good at just kind of bottling things up, and I just wanted to do it, and I just dealt with it. So I just like I
We
didn't-
talked about that too.
Yeah, like so it's like I feel because like I knew like you were right, like you know what I mean, like I knew you were right,
We
like
don't
so.
have too much time to talk. Where was we?
Don't worry about it. Every time I pop in, me and Kyle have a 10-minute conversation before we leave.
I missed it.
You
Where
said
were we?
you stop talking to somebody that you used to mess with just because.
Nah, it wasn't.
Well,
even
not
like,
that he was in a relationship with them. It was just somebody who was like super close
Yeah,
with, and
like-
his partner now got a problem with that person because she know how close they were.
Yeah, cause like it was really like more of like a close friendship from like childhood, but like there was just a point in time where like it was just like we were both just like really just like kind of like just like heartbroken, like you know, it was making stupid
And
decisions
confiding in each
and
other.
yeah, and it only happened like once. Like we were friends for almost 4 years, and that period was literally like a couple weeks. You get what I mean? Like, but still though, like even like either way, and that was like that was like a year before I started dating my girlfriend.
I mean, shit. I kind of have a different viewpoint on that because, I mean, I'm just back with the shorty that we already done split. So,
Yeah.
so like to me, like if I view it like that, it's just.
Cause I'm like,
Why
if
would
you
I-
weren't sexually, emotional, or physically attracted with this person, then guess what? I mean, even though relationships or whatever, because guess what? They're not your wife or they're not your husband. So, I mean, if they're a friend that's from kindergarten, why would you let friendship go over?
That's what I'm saying.
Why would you let
Yeah.
your long time friendship go over what someone thinks about what you got going on? Like that doesn't make any sense because when you're gone, that's still somebody that I'm gonna lean on to tell her about you.
Exactly.
So why would I let her go? If she was only just emotional support and we were friends and we linked on each other, why would you let her go because she's feeling some type of way about friendship? That's all it was really was.
I agree with that, but it wasn't. There was no like when I did that, like for one, it was honestly a decision that I made. Just like I used to be like really just like stupid. Like when I was like in my like teenage, I was really immature. Like I had a lot of problems, and like that was part of it. But then the other part, it was like just something that just I did on my own. Like to my girlfriend, it wasn't like a problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a problem yet. You know what I mean? Like so it was really like something that I did on my own. And it was really and like over the months that passed, I kind of just like it kind of just sunk in slowly, but just more and more like. So I don't know. I just
That you were even being more overprotective in your mind than she was at the time. You were thinking for her, like, I'm gonna just stop being friends with her before she starts thinking that
Yeah, he really
something's
was.
going on.
Yeah.
You went hysterical on some bullshit.
Yeah, he really did. Because
You
when he was
did
explaining
that
to me,
shit.
he's basically saying, I
You
don't want
were
to fuck
thinking
up
for
before
her
I
like,
fuck up.
damn, I'm talking to her now. She's gonna think we're fucking, so I'm gonna stop talking to her.
That's exactly what he did.
Yeah,
How the
that.
hell do you do that?
Yeah.
Like emotionally detached
Mhm.
situation.
He just emotionally did the whole fucking backward flip. And he thought, and that happens with a lot of us. Like, sometimes, like, I got some people in the family, like, they don't talk to you until they got time to talk to you. Well, you got time to
It's
talk to them.
convenient for
They
them.
can't talk to you because they're tied up. But all the time is, the person that you with don't even give a fuck if you talk to your family, your friends, and shit else. You thinking in your head, she wants this, she wants the time, he wants this, he wants the time. Now you driving yourself hysterical, like you just let go a whole friendship for somebody you grew up with, thinking that she wasn't gonna appreciate that you talked with her. Like, and then as soon as you break up with her, guess what you're gonna find? Her.
Very.
Because you're gonna need somebody to talk to when you talk to her. There's somebody who you let shit off your chest with.
Right.
And if you knew you had nothing emotionally tied with her, you should have never let the friendship go.
That's true.
Period.
Facts.
You thought for her. If you would have talked to her about it, she probably would have been like, babe, I understand.
So,
You overthinking shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got problems with that a lot.
I know it's from this topic.
We got another one?
Yeah, so let me just read my reaction to the topic about can a woman cheat without being emotionally attached, even though it was the last topic. Before we move on to number 3, she said, I don't think a woman can cheat on her guy without catching emotions with the other guy, because I believe cheating starts when a woman's feelings is being abused and she's being neglected by her significant other.
She
Yes.
said she wrong.
Right.
And that's exactly how it's going to be. And that's exactly what the fuck it is. That's simple. Sum that up.
So, damn, I gotta move on. Damn.
I kind of had something to say about it too.
Go
but
ahead,
like,
go ahead, Lyrica.
I don't know. Like I said when I originally spoke about it, sometimes I feel like we give men, no offense, too much credit. Sometimes it's just a fuck to us, like just how it is.
I mean,
y'all.
well, and I was
It's
just
just
gonna
a
say,
fuck.
sometimes I was just gonna say, the only time a woman critically in her life can mess around in a relationship and cheat with someone else is she a dog ass bitch, and a sexual fanatic. That bitch got a white liver and she need to be fucked all the time. That is the only way a woman can do that. I don't give a fuck if you choose to be doggish or whatever. If you got a fucking man that motherfucking on, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you say. The only way you can cheat without being emotionally attacked is that you fuck different niggas all the time.
So before we move on, I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I don't want to get too much.
It's a good topic.
So mom said it starts when you feel like your feelings is being neglected or abused. So you don't think a woman that's happy in a relationship can go cheat? Like if she's completely satisfied, she don't go cheat?
Hell yeah.
I don't think so.
Exactly. Thank you.
Maybe I haven't lived that much life or been in that many relationships, but I do not think so.
But when you talking about you, have you seen it?
Cause guess what?
I've never seen it.
We always gonna find something wrong. Either it's the he don't have no money part. He out of a job part. You know, it's he out of money. He don't have a job part. You know what I'm saying? He's not emptying the garbage. He's not doing this as a man as what he's supposed to do. He's not picking up the kids. He's not taking them to practice. He's not doing what the fuck he's supposed to do while you doing. And then somebody else comes and say, hey guys. While you at the game with your kids when the dad is supposed to be there. That's how people meet people.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's how people meet people. The kids bring shit.
Kids bring shit.
Not the kids.
The kids bring shit. The daddy supposed to be at the goddamn game and the mama there. Now she there cheering on while all the goddamn daddies over there.
And the daddy like, hey baby, I'm with my kids by myself too.
And he talking about which one yours? You that one. Now they talking about, hey John, me and you, can we go out for ice cream together? And then you talking about, no, we gotta get home to daddy. Just one cone. Bitch, this shit over. Bitch, this shit. But no. What? Bitch, please. Most attention you got all week.
Okay, we gonna move on, y'all.
That was a good
So
one.
it was really
For most of
good.
us, I went that way.
So, do you think it's important to have friends of different race, gender,
Yes.
and sexual orientation.
Yes.
Now, before I say this, because I brought this topic up to somebody, and a couple people was just like, oh, friendships should be organic. You shouldn't have to go out and get them friends. I'm not saying that you're going to go seek for gay friends or seek for white friends, but if they are in your life, do you feel like they're necessary or they just like any other black friend that you got? What do y'all think? Go ahead, Benicio.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of important to have like a diversity friend group type because you just get like more of an insight on how like their lifestyle is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a couple white friends, I got a couple gay friends, I got a couple Hispanic friends. Like just friends of all race, and it's cool as hell to have that because you know, shit, I just get closely like informed on how motherfuckers be and type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, like an example with you.
I mean, definitely. What's your race?
I'm black, Mexican, and Puerto Rican.
But who you always been up under?
My dad, so he's black, Puerto Rican.
Okay. So it's fucking lame as fucking shit. You just know all fucking black people. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
Fucking, you want to go know some fucking Puerto Rican, some fucking Mexican? You want to learn 4 or 5 different fucking languages? You know, you want to sit at the table and do some shit, right?
But here's the thing though, because this is an issue I've always had like growing up. Because the truth is like, black people and Mexicans don't tend to really get along. So since I'm mixed of both, as a kid growing up, I always hung like my best friend, he's Mexican, so I always hung out like around Mexicans and stuff. But I'm cool with everybody. Like I don't have no problems. Like as long as we click on the same page, you cool.
Yeah.
But I always had like a couple black people come to me like, "Oh, you kicking with the Mexicans?" And I just be like, "What the fuck that? What does that matter? Like me kicking it with a group of people should not matter to you because whatever they got going on with you, that's them. That's not me. Vice versa." Mexicans look at me like, oh, you a little darker Mexican type, and they get to saying some fuck shit, and I'm just like, no, bro, like, I'm a diverse motherfucker, so it is cool to have like different friends in each group, because not only that, you do get like a lot of access to a lot more shit, like, because a white motherfucker can definitely put you on with some shit just as much as a black motherfucker can put you on shit, or a Mexican can put you on with some shit. And like, there's just a lot of things they can like really teach you on.
Yeah.
So like for me, like you know, like what's a good example I could say? I'm gonna have to get back on that, but like no, it is like healthy to like have like them different diversities and shit. Like especially with you. Yeah. And that time when I had to go get my girl some gifts and shit, I didn't know what to
do I get her? Should I get her some candy? I said, nigga, when Eric picks me up, we gonna go to Walmart and we gonna tell you what to get. We picked out a train for her, a teddy bear, a whole bunch of shit that niggas just don't be thinking. You know,
that's the good part. But that's
they go right up to the person that's standing on the corner with that bullshit and bring that shit in there. And it's like that's what make women think that you don't know your girl. Like you not even thinking about us. Anytime a holiday or anything come up that got something to do with us, we don't want you to go to the nearest motherfucking Mexican on the fucking corner with a box and a bear. Like you not thinking about me. You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking about my heart. You know me, and you know I don't want that shit.
And just to bring
and then you would let you make it yourself before you go bring that shit.
To bring it back like to that last topic of having friends of the opposite sex, that is also a good important thing. Because if I have female friends, I can get a female insight on how to respond to my girl. Like, so if he ever into it, I could, yo, look, like she tripping over this. Am I tripping or is she tripping? Like, if they give me that insight, you just have a better view on shit. You're getting a better view at everything you're gonna do.
Yeah. Kyle, what you think?
Honestly, I honestly think like just being diverse about it, like you really can just learn everything. You really could just learn a lot from like all kinds of people, because like everyone has different experiences. Everyone goes through different things in life, is dealt a different hand of cards, and like it's really just, it's the best to just like know everybody, because I've had close friends of every race, and I've had friends of like every race, well, except like Asian. I haven't had no Asian. I haven't had any Asian. Like, but other than that, like I really have, and it's like, I don't know. That's always just seemed like better to me, because where I grew up in Hinckley, like the people there, they didn't, like, except from the people at the school, like, like no one
said that wasn't white.
No, like like there was all like yeah, there was no like diversity to it. And I didn't really get that. Like, and that's why I don't know, it kind of just like made me different because I like saw through it. Cause I just like, I don't know, it just wasn't my thing because like people like me or like my friend Donovan, it's like we would get like treated differently. Like kids who weren't like, oh, like, I don't want to make it about race, but like didn't have it like, kids that like, like didn't have both of their parents or like all the money, they'd be like, looking at them like kind of different.
See, that's the thing they put on y'all ass.
Yeah.
They do it like that. But see, with us, going to a school that's not diverse is bullshit. Because who the fuck would go to the whole school with a whole number of black motherfuckers?
I want to say.
I can't wait.
Who the fuck would go to school with all white
Right.
motherfuckers?
Let's go, Eric.
You know what I'm saying?
I just think diversity is the best.
It is
Like-
to get to know everybody.
It's about knowledge.
It's
Yeah,
about
It's about
knowledge.
educating yourself.
Like I know you hang around a black motherfucker, you gonna get some hip hop and you gonna fucking dance.
Yes.
You hang around a Mexican, you gonna get you some bean burritos and all that. You hang around a
That
fucking
is
Puerto
Mexican
Rican,
friendly.
you gonna do your shit too. Cause a Puerto Rican got the same twist as a black person. They they over it too. You know what I'm saying? They fucking live as shit. You know, and going to school with just your people evil as shit every day. Wanna punch,
I
fight,
can't wait to talk about that.
and make shit about what you ain't got and what you do got. It's fucked up. Now that's supposed to go into a school diverse. You got a Chinese, you got a Mexican, you got an Indian, you got a black, you got every motherfucker. Everybody coming to that school different. You got some motherfuckers too dirty and fuck shit, flooding like motherfucker don't get no fuck. You got a shy motherfucker. The shy motherfucker is black motherfucker. Cause they don't know shit else but to buy their kids some shit.
Honestly, the alternative school I went to was kind of diverse.
And but you know the Puerto Ricans will dress too on your ass. Them Puerto Ricans gonna get like them black motherfuckers. They gonna have everything they got. The Jordans, the jackets, the hat, whatever they got. And them motherfucking Mexicans don't give a fuck. They just make their laundry smell good. They don't give a fuck. They go to the thrift store. They don't give a fuck about you.
What you had to say,
Fuck
Eric?
you talking about.
I feel like it's good to have like both, like a mixture. Cause when I was 17, I went to Nicaragua to build a school. So it's like good to be around like a different influence of people, but it depends on like the people that you're around. Cause
Exactly.
like some people,
Right.
it was like real cool. We was able to get along. But some of the like Mexican kids was like making jokes about me.
They
because I was
dog
the
you,
only,
yeah.
I was the only black
Yeah.
boy on the trip. So
Okay.
they was like making like racist dad jokes. Like I never had my daddy. I grew up with my daddy.
Okay.
I lived with my daddy for like 15 years.
They don't know nothing about
So
you
it-
though.
Right. It depends on like who you around. Like when we was there, it was like some kids we was having like a good time, like building the school. It was like that was what's up. Like that was the experience that I went there for, and I only went there for like 2 weeks. But then like the other time, it's like, damn, why did I come? I was the only person from my school. I was the only black boy. Like,
That would stress me.
why the fuck did I come?
Because it's
by
just like,
myself?
and it's true, like when you go to certain places, certain colleges, and when you black and you try to go there and show out, they definitely on your ass. You nigger, you think you the shit because you white. You know, they on your ass. We ain't never been shit to no motherfucking body, you remember that. So, when you get there, they like, you fucking nigger this, you nigger that. Oh, you think you the shit. Because they can't pick with you on certain shit. They pick with you on other shit. Other words, okay, they can't pick with you on gear. Cause you here, so but now they picking you up. Oh, you got a free glass scholarship.
I was just gonna say, how'd you get it?
Oh, you were here. You
got
here
a
for free.
scholarship on basketball.
Yeah, you here
type
for
shit?
free, nigger. You know what I'm saying? They find their way to get around to make you feel low as shit.
So like when I'm normally like around my different friend groups, I normally tend to be like the only black person type. So like if I'm not with my black friends, I'm with the Mexicans, the white motherfuckers. I'm typically just the only black motherfucker in the room. So like, so what's the shit you trying to say? Like, yeah, they try to crack some jokes. I mean, I crack some jokes back about that. That's like white motherfucker, like you school shooter. Mexican, like motherfucker, go make my garden or something.
Go make my garden.
I can say just as
Sit your
much.
ass down with some barrel.
I can say just as much shit.
You know,
The thing
every
is,
do
there's a
shit.
point to where you gotta draw that line.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they would go a little over the top, and then I just get to arguing, like, make another joke. Like, you gonna see the black side.
Okay, right.
Like, you gonna see the black side.
I'm like, let me behave over here.
Like, chill out.
If this shit is
Jokes
real
to say
racist, and I ain't never been in no shit like this.
But
Let me
we
just
need to
draw
get
myself.
too racist, because now you kind of saying that with
For
confidence,
real.
you're saying that with your chest out.
Exactly.
So it's like, all right, take a step back.
Right.
This
So,
friendship turned.
You get a little too
Wait,
comfortable.
let's let Lily
Yeah.
go so we can come.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Whatever.
Oh, me? Oh, so.
Oh, me?
Sorry. I'm sorry, I was. Oh,
Do you remember the question?
Yes, wait.
Wait.
Is it important to have diverse friends?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what I think, something I love about your guys' generation and the millennials is we're a lot more open-minded, and I feel like our generation is a little bit more sensitive to that topic, and I feel like the people who have something to say, we say it. Like, if somebody says something, that was offensive or racist, it kind of used to just slide by and nobody would say anything.
Yeah.
And now I feel like there's always that one or two people, not all the time, but there's always one or two people who will say something about it, and the other person will be, check.
We'll call that shit
Yeah,
out.
right. So I do agree that is very important to have diverse friends because that's knowledge. Who was talking? Both of you guys. But everybody has their own story.
They do.
And to know everybody's story makes you a more open-hearted person and more educated, and I feel like that's really, really important. Like, I couldn't go to a school that's just mainly one race.
Well, when I was
couldn't.
growing up, white people was nasty. Period.
That's fucked up.
To my people. Check this out though. So, when I was like 8 years old, I lived in Maywood, Illinois on First Avenue. Across the street, I met my first friend. Her name was Sheena. She was fucking hillbilly, white as fuck shit. My mama told me, we lived on the left side, she lived on the right side. She said, whenever you go to them motherfucking bitch's house, don't eat that food. I went to the house, I swear to God, she had a cat. It was coming out the microwave one day.
Wait.
They cooked the cat.
No, the cat.
just like
it was just freedom. Freedom for the animals. They
Just
do
my
the
fucking
fuck
house.
they want to do. Shit. So shit. She didn't put some fucking food in the motherfucking microwave and shit. Here I go. My mama told me don't eat out the motherfucking house. But she smell good like motherfucker. I'm like, okay, shit. Shit, my mom said don't eat out shit in the motherfucking house. Shit, I eat that shit out shit in the motherfucking house. Shit, I always ate the shit out shit in the motherfucking house. Shit, them always shit like that. We ain't never cared about the cats or the dogs or whatever shit. You know, make long story short. Shit, we taught each other how to jump. She said, you teach me how to jump double dutch, motherfucker. I taught her how to jump double. She said, and I teach her how to make that shit. My mom, I said, I don't even want to teach. My mom said, don't even eat out, child. Here goes Sheena. Here goes Sheena. I know she said. But she was white. Like, I learned that shit. Like, every white motherfucker don't got money like every motherfucker black motherfucker ain't poor.
Exactly.
Learn that.
Yes.
Every motherfucker white motherfucker ain't got no money and every black motherfucker ain't poor. And when you learn that, you'll learn the fact why.
I just want to say, like, I definitely think it's important to have people that's not your race, and not your gender, and not your, like, sexual orientation. But especially of different race, because I've never had white friends until now. Every school I've ever went to was all black
Why did you
motherfuckers.
add me on Snap then?
I know it.
Every school I've ever went to, all my elementary schools, all of my high schools, because I went to like 3 of each of them motherfuckers. I've never seen white people in my schools. Only Mexican people, and the Mexican people clicked up with the other Mexican people. They didn't even try to be friends with black people. But in their defense, the black people ain't try to be friends with them either. So now at 25 years old, I'm just meeting white people that I care about. So I've worked with white motherfuckers, of course, but it'll just be like, hi LaRon, bye LaRon. They didn't really care about my life. I really didn't give a fuck about their life either. But
For all this is worth, I'll fucking keep with a white fuck all day, all
But I've always wanted
one
one.
fucking phone like we was black.
Yeah, I've always wanted white friends, but I've just never met one that I've connected with until now. These 2 white motherfuckers, I love them too. Okay, so like, I just want to say, like, I feel like it's so important to have white friends because they check on you in a way that black friends don't. And this is not shade to black people. They only know what they know and do what they was taught to do. So like, like sometimes when I'm at my lowest, like my black friends can see me and they'll ask me if am I okay. Sometimes, but sometimes they can see me and not really give a fuck. Like literally, she could think something wrong with me, and she like, oh, let's go to the back, and you know, she really want to get to the root, and I could be like, bro, I'm fine, that shit wrong with me. Well, why your eyes are low? Like they just want, they so like empathetic when you find the right sincere white motherfucker.
I feel like interracial things with people have come a long way.
Yes.
Because what they've learned is not what they're taught is not what they're learned. Like, they're taught automatically, fuck it, they don't like us. But when you learn about them, and that's what any race that's been into it with each other, whites, blacks, whatever, it's not about what you're taught, it's about what you learn.
Yeah.
Because from the first place, white people are taught to hate us from day one. We only taught to hate them. They taught to kill the fuck out of us right there. Don't give a shit. Back their ass. They ain't no good.
Hold up. Yeah. And that's being born in America.
And that's no good. And that's what they are taught. But we are only taught to hate them. We're only taught to dislike them. They are taught to do anything they got to do to get us up off of them.
Yeah.
By any fucking means necessary. That means from day one, they were taught to hurt and we were taught to love. Because our people didn't teach us to kill them. They taught us to dislike them for what they did to us.
Yeah.
Systematic.
But they people taught them to definitely slice their fucking throat, hang them if you see them, fuck them.
Yeah.
And that's what started the whole thing. But now, once you learn, it's a whole. We want to be diverse. We want to be with that person that you told us to hate. We want to be with that person that you told us to kill. Because guess what? They actually have been a fountain for us. Like any person that have caught on to a diverse relationship with a white person, Mexican, Puerto Rican, however your life been, it's been changed.
Yes.
It's your way of eating. If you learn their language. If you learn to hang out, how to take their shots. It's something that's been taught in a lesson.
Yeah.
Because it's like I said, it's not what you teach, it's what you learn.
Yeah.
Everything come out of learning process. You will never learn about them if you never get with them.
Yeah.
We got to get with each other. How the hell we work with each other every motherfucking day? That's white, black, any motherfucker. It don't say nothing to them because they ain't our color. You got me fucking shit. I want what you eating. Bitch, I want what you drunk last night. What you have? Tequila. Hey, let's get it. Who? When they lunch, I be like, that smell good. Let me taste that.
Look at her comment.
I'm everywhere. We got to be everywhere with people. We ain't taught to hate nobody no more. We're more hearted.
Yes, I want to talk about Sasha's comment.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Because she said,
So this right here.
so my question is, are you people scared to get to know different races or genders because they don't have knowledge of how to interact with them? Interact with them.
No, like me, I was never scared to meet or be friends with white people or whatever people. I just never had the opportunity.
Never around them. Right.
It's like, and that's not my fault. Where I grew up from, I'm straight from the motherfucking projects, the slums of the projects. And whether I was out west or south, even when I moved to out south from my projects out west, I was still in the hood where it wasn't no white motherfuckers. It was
damn lie. We had Sonya, her whole family.
Sonya do not count. Sonya
is all white.
She got black kids, but she got. We love you,
Sonya.
Sonya.
Sonya is totally white. Sonya fuck with her. Sonya kid to fat off your rib better than black.
But guess what? That's one person, and I've never got to go to school with one. I've never got to be friends with one. That's one person that's not in my generation. That don't count for me.
Oh, okay.
She damn near raised me. So I'm not thinking about her. I'm thinking about somebody that I get to grow old with and have experiences with in my generation.
But they black.
They black.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Totally do.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm well, to wrap it up, I just want to say, sometimes your white friends check in with you better than your black friends can. Kyle snapped me yesterday at like 5 or 6 in the morning, like, hey bro, what's been going on with you? I noticed you not yourself. Do you want to talk? And I opened it and went back to sleep and didn't even reply. And when I got back to work, he was like, yeah, just checking in. Like, you sure you good? Like, woo woo. And like, I was vibing last night, right? So like I've been having like an anxious week all week, but last night I finally like settled down. I was in the tub drinking me some wine and shit, playing music. Lily sent me a random ass snap, and this is what her snap said. Hey, I hope you're doing something that's making you comfortable and relaxed. I'm sitting here smoking me a blunt, eating a bagel, watching a movie, and I just want to say I love you. Good night. And that made my motherfucking night and day.
And that's what fucking people do. That's what real motherfucking niggas do.
Exactly.
She's a fucking nigga.
Yeah,
oh
she
my
is.
God. She's a fucking nigga.
She is an honorary nigga.
Fucking nigga, baby. That's what real niggas fucking do. Bitches forgot how to do shit like that.
For real.
Bitch, that shit make motherfuckers happy. These motherfuckers funky as shit. Everybody's so fixed on trying to fit in with what everybody got going on. Everybody forgot how to love. It's love out here, baby.
Right.
Yes, it is.
Ain't nobody giving a fuck about what you got money for, baby. It's love out here. We ain't got enough money to go there, baby. We'll just sit here and chill.
What you gotta say, Larry?
So, okay. So basically, I feel like as kind of, I forgot what she said that made me think of this, and I kind of said it to you yesterday. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if this is my being biased, but I want to have a conversation.
No, I agree
around
with
it.
that. I know what
Okay,
you're
let's go.
I feel like, so backtracking to us growing up in school, elementary school, all the history we learned is white history. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
No, you're not.
Okay, cool. So we're all on the same page. Everything we learn is white history. So I know about you guys. Like, you know, I know kind of all there is to know. That being said, I feel like it's important for white people or Mexicans to have friends that are black. You know? And the other way around too, don't get me wrong, but I just definitely, because y'all don't learn about us. Like, you know, you don't know unless you're friends with us. Like, you know, like y'all. Like, I feel like y'all with the shits, y'all know. But that's because, like, y'all have friends that are different races. So I feel like if we're talking about that, in that sense, it's important to have friends that are diverse. But like not necessarily, it's not.
I do agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you about white people, but not about Mexican people. Because even though Mexicans don't get to learn
for sure.
about our experience in school just as well as white people, Mexicans still have the minority experience that we have.
Definitely.
So I don't feel like it's necessary that Mexican people have to have black friends, but white people do need to have.
They are the main people that need to have, because they are the people who had us in bondage.
Exactly.
So they need to know how we really are, because they need to know we're not what they're raised up on from the 1800s. They need to know we're a whole different type of person. We're a whole type of statistic. We're not grandma, and we're not their grandma. We're not their dad, and they're not our dad. We're a whole different millennium, 2000 type of people who generally care.
Yes.
I don't want to see you whooped. I hope the fuck you don't want to see me whooped.
Okay.
I don't want to see you hung. I hope the fuck you don't want to see me hung.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to learn to open up your heart to say, no matter what race it was, that shit was bullshit.
Yeah.
And when you do that, that's how you know you're in a diverse land and now you're open to living.
Yeah.
I agree.
If you're still in the back, thinking that anything the fuck they done to any one of us, no matter black, white, man, if you're still in the back thinking that shit cool, then that's what the fuck you need to be. You should have died with history. Cause don't let that shit repeat itself.
I want to say something to that. Like what you were saying of like how the education system is.
Yeah.
Like, they do not teach about Black history at all.
They don't.
Nope.
They didn't even teach us.
Cut
It's
everything
just
out.
so
I had
big and
one
nasty
African
race.
American history class,
And
that was the only one I passed with an A.
Literally.
And like the
I
way I was
literally
raised,
had
my father, like, he made like outside of school and shit. He made me sit down and like watch my history of like my heritage and shit. So like really learning about what the fuck we went through back then and shit, it is an eye opener because it's just like you don't want to take. Obviously, you don't want to like to let your like not you guys the same, but it's just like you don't want to let your like white motherfucking friends just to think like what they're saying and shit is like, oh bro, just kidding. No,
No.
like that shit
Not a
hits.
joke.
You don't want to let them get away with anything.
No, you really
Because they're not going to let you get away with anything.
No, they
You don't
not.
want to let jokes lead to...
Because they're going to do it right behind your back.
Because, and then that comes to leading to a bull. Because guess what? Generally, actually, when diverse people actually do get together and they become friends and they get to actually kicking it with each other, whether it's a job or whatever. See, it's a different with being at a job with diverse people, Caucasian, whatever. But when you start to mingle and
It's
doing
different.
things outside of off the
It's
clock, that means that there's generally something going on. There's generally some caring and relationship going on that's not happening inside. Because you can do anything you want to do. The smile is just a smile. Anything at a job to get my money. They say I have to smile to get it, I'm gonna get it. But when you start to literally learning someone and like Lil Ron said, texting and making sure I'm good, then that's generally something I'm gonna do for you.
Yeah.
On a regular, you know what I'm saying? And that don't show racism, that show love, that show that I'm generally starting to care about this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm generally starting to care about this white boy. Oh, I'm generally starting to care about this mixture. You a mix. You're a mystery mix. That's what we saying now, ladies. Mystery mix.
She said that's what it is. Did you have to say anything else on that topic before we move on?
No, I don't.
You sure? Because I feel like it was something that you was gonna say.
I don't think, if so, I can't remember, and I don't want to like spend too much time trying to think on
Okay,
it. But yeah, basically, just like just I can tell that y'all have a diverse group of friends, and just really keep doing what y'all doing, because I appreciate that, and I feel like I can speak for
Because I never
everybody
met white
in
people
this
I was
room.
comfortable
They can
with. Let me
appreciate
say
that
that.
too.
I've never met white people that I was comfortable with. I've never had white friends.
That's what I'm
nothing.
saying.
Eric saying he never met white people he was comfortable with. Me either until now. Like I've met white people, they was cool at work, it was high and by, but I'm not trying to sleep at your house, and you damn sure can't sleep
And then
at
like
my
the
house.
history of white people in my family just wasn't good because I got white people in my family.
Yeah, first of all, because Eric got white.
Right.
Yeah, come here real quick.
So pretty much my grandma, her mama was white.
Okay.
And she met my grandma's daddy who was Indian, and he pretty much looked black. So they told her pretty much, we don't want you dealing with no niggas. So pretty much she chose my granny's daddy over her family. So pretty much we never met no we never met no like white side of our family, nothing. So I only know like of being black. So when people like, what are you?
Because they didn't want to meet y'all though. Right?
Exactly. So I only know of being black.
So to be clear, he's black, Indian,
Irish
Irish,
and Polish.
Yeah.
I want to say something
That's
real
why
quick
you look
because
so
I feel like this needs to be said. There's been some like white, like when you meet like a certain white person, they try to like act like you.
Yes,
I
I
Them the
hate
type
that
of
shit.
motherfuckers I cannot stand. When I worked at the Target distribution, this one motherfucker face tats and shit. I didn't want to talk to him, but he just got to talking to me, and he's just trying to sound real thuggish and
That's
shit.
not what we into.
And I'm just like, bro, I don't care and
Be
shit. And
phony
then-
as hell.
being phony as hell.
And then don't try to act black to try to like
try to comfort
like-
me, like just be you.
But
that's
you only
not
doing
our
this-
common
You
ground.
only doing
Like,
this at the job, though, the whatever you try to do.
Exactly.
And then he got to saying niggas, so I was like,
Yeah,
I was like,
Oh, no,
that's what I checked. I was like, hey,
we
bro,
gonna
like,
end this right here. Go ahead and
I
clock
was
out.
like, I was like, bro, what are
I
you?
ain't even the boss.
And he gonna get
For
to, white and Hispanic. That's the type of shit I fucking hate. If you primarily white and you have that little percentage of Mexicans, that does not give you the right to say the fucking N-word to me.
Literally.
I hate that shit with
Yeah,
passion.
whatever.
Because then eventually he got to,
Or anything about my skin. Period.
yeah,
Don't say nothing about my skin color.
Because then eventually he got, like, we had that one conversation, and then later on in my break, or like towards my break, hey bro, you think you can give me a ride home? I can smoke you up or something.
Go to hell.
I ain't even drive, bro.
Yeah, nah.
I drove. I ain't
All right,
even drive. I'm riding with
y'all.
my
Let's
mom.
get into this last and final topic. We are hour and 20 minutes in, plus
Wow.
1 hour show. So this last topic, I just want to know: is it important if your partner is emotionally unavailable during grief, death, depression, anxiety, and low points, but they are a great spouse in every other aspect? Like they perfectly good for you. They good with your family. They good with your friends. Like you love them. They're a great person. but they don't know how to be there for you emotionally when you are at your low.
Deal breaker.
I think it's a deal breaker too. I think it's taken into consideration to talk to the person and let them know that you need to be comforted. Because if you're not comforted and you feel like your spouse or significant other isn't comforting you, then how are you guys going to deal through hardships?
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to comfort you and make you feel comfortable?
Especially if that's somebody you plan on being with forever.
Okay, so what if y'all had this
And
conversation
just not no matter
a
that,
few
that's
times?
someone that you lay
Sorry.
down with at night, every night.
Yeah.
And they experience you going through certain things. Because, like, obviously, women are emotional. We do certain things. We cry, we do, we sit there and look sad. Well, you have to know what's going on.
Intimacy.
Right.
It's
You have to find out. Even though it's shit you can do about it. Because sometimes men and sometimes women are placed in situations we can't do shit about.
Yeah.
Your mom died, your dad died, your kid died, woo wop, they don't mind. I don't. So some people, even any person, white, black, whatever, they don't know what to say, so they say nothing at all. And that's not good.
It's not.
That's not good.
And even if your spouse is an amazing spouse,
Mm-hmm.
if you are feeling like you can't grieve in front of them,
Mm-hmm.
then that intimacy between you guys kind of breaks just a little bit.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
When you're done,
It makes you feel less than whatever. Because
It does.
one thing about us, when you're dealing with family, you have so much family. If you have a relationship with someone, when you leave all that behind, you're leaning on him or her
Yeah.
for that comfort and protection, to rub your hair, to massage your back, to do this, to do that, to let you know everything is all right. Or I'm here with you.
Yes.
You're silently just being there means shit.
Yes, and it's definitely hard if you're in a situation where somebody grew up differently,
Mm-hmm.
where they didn't
Mhm.
seek that type of
Mhm.
comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't seek that
Nobody,
comfort,
everybody
you don't
doesn't
show
know how to love.
it. Yes, and that's when you have to work on it and talk about it and communicate.
Yes.
And if things still don't change,
Mhm.
then you got to start reading actions.
Mhm.
And if you want to be done repeating yourself, then you're gonna have to make that action on your own.
And after you go through the sorrow and after you build yourself up, and that's where we go to back to topic one.
Yeah.
We go to find someone.
Who can give you that emotional support? Miss Lynn, I found you.
That's why you go right back to topic one. Because definitely you ain't talking for me for topic four, because you wasn't there at all. And everybody, man, woman, everybody, is not just us. Everybody needs emotional support because everybody's human.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way in the hell you gonna tell me you can go about life without somebody hugging you, without somebody kissing you, without somebody telling they need you. Ain't no way in the hell you can say you going out with life without that. Ain't no way in the hell you can say you going without laying down at night without your significant other. Cause guess what? Anytime or another, when that person gonna use to sleep with somebody, it's hard to sleep at night. It's hard to sleep at night, I'm telling you. When you ain't got that motherfucker roll over, you roll over on that floor.
What you had to say, Eric?
Well, what Lily was saying, it was like, it's basically depends on how you raised. Because the way I was raised, I was never asked, how are you feeling? What's this so and so? I don't know how to put my feelings into emotions. I don't know how to express my feelings. I don't know how to grieve. I don't even know how to cry. So it's like, when that happens, it's like, it makes me uncomfortable. And it's like, I don't know, even like when somebody else is like, I don't know how to comfort you. I'm sorry that like, I'm gonna be here the best way that you can. Like, the way that I show my emotions is, if you ask me to do anything, I'm gonna do it for you. Whatever you ask. But as for you to be like, how do you feel? Or if somebody like passed away, I don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't even have to say anything. It just has to be like a hug. Like sometimes
Thank you.
a person
That's what he
Thank
needs.
you.
He
Yeah.
needs to be emotionally touched by someone, like no matter what he's going through, like his bad days, his birthdays, or whatever he got going on. Like he needs generally a hug every fucking day.
So,
He's at the point of hugs.
okay. So I just want to say, like, I feel like, you know, I'm with a person that's super great to me, like the best relationship I've ever been in.
Okay.
But like, they don't know how to be there for me when like I'm emotionally down. So I feel like I'm 25, and I know some younger than me, some of us the same age. But I feel like y'all haven't been through what I've been through. Like, I feel like I've had more traumatic experience than most of y'all. Eric said he probably been to like one funeral in his whole life. How many years?
Maybe like 3.
Yeah.
How many what?
Funerals you been to, y'all?
Probably 3.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to like probably like 2, 3. But
And he's
I,
not
Okay.
going to ask me. You
Yeah.
gotta leave that
So-
right over there.
Right, because we got the same. So every year I'm going to a funeral. So in my lifetime, I've been going to funerals since I was like 5. So I've experienced at least like 20 funerals at 25, okay? So I'm hypersensitive, and I'm pretty sure I have bigger families than both of y'all on each side of my family, which means if you have a bigger family, you're more prone to death, okay? So I always have things going on where it's triggering anxiety or depression, and like if I'm always needing comforting sometimes, you know? And sometimes you doing stuff for me is not enough. You know, and I understand people be like, oh, well, my parents weren't like emotional to me. Baby, my parents was in the street when I was young. My parents is great parents, but my parents wasn't the type to ask me what my feelings was like and stuff like that either. But at the end of the day, I gotta make sure I gotta be that for you. And if I didn't learn that growing up, I gotta learn that for you specifically. And it's okay if it's 1 or 2 years, that's fine. But when you hit to like 5 years, that excuse is no longer acceptable. Because at this point, I'm thinking about, if we have kids one day, would you be able to be empathetic to them when they having day lows? You know, so I don't care how you was raised or what you went through. It's something that you need to learn, and you need to make sure it's something that you learn, because a hug is even nice sometimes. And it's been times where I was like crying or sad and stuff like that, and it's like dead silence, or a pat on the leg, but like you know,
It's about compromise.
It's about compromising. Like I would do something that makes me uncomfortable to make you uncomfortable. So if you know that being like emotionally available for somebody is uncomfortable for you, as long as it make that person comfortable, then if you love that person enough, you should be willing to go that extra mile to step out of your comfort zone to comfort them. Because I would do anything to comfort anybody around me. I don't give a fuck if it's my dog. If I think my dog depressed, I'm gonna give him extra treats.
Right.
I saw a post one time, and it said something like the harsh reality or the ugly truth is sometimes you do have to teach people how to love you. And that might be a perfect example. Like, you know, not that you're necessarily speaking about real life, but like sometimes you gotta teach a person, like, okay, like when I'm sad, I need you to do X, Y, and Z for me. Like, we have to be willing to teach people how to.
Let's get this right
And what
right
if you
here.
had conversation with them about that before?
No. XYZ my ass. Some people don't even know ABC. So when it comes down to that, let's just take it that
For real, yeah.
a foundation that was not built on love cannot even tend to know how to love you when it's time to love, when it's time to care. Because everybody's been so hooked on striving for the, you know, motherfucker like this, like Pac-Man. Everybody, even that means everybody forget how to love. So when it come down to that, and they just sing so much, and then they crush so much, and shit that happened to them, they don't even know how to, you know, reply to some shit like, I love you, but shit. Guess what? Today, you need to learn how to love. If you know you got a sentimental motherfucker that you know with that wanna be loved, then guess what? You gotta take shit. I've been with a motherfucker, they don't know how to love. You got to learn how to. I just can't sit here and cry, bitch, and you looking at me, damn.
Literally.
And that's about learning.
Is that so annoying or what? But you don't think about it until after you cried last year. Last year sometime, and you think about, damn,
That's true.
she ain't do. You know what I'm saying? But you think about it. Emotion go a long way. Have anybody told you anytime something happened and motherfucker walk up to you, they hug you, cry harder?
Oh, yes.
That's serious.
Yeah.
And
That's real.
That's
Or when
enough
someone asks you
comfort.
what's
That's
wrong.
real because
Or
you
somebody
might-
asks you what's wrong.
Yes, and they just grab you and hug you or
Yeah.
something.
And it makes everything come out of you because they show they caring about what you have going on and that you let out a little bit more. It won't be so much fucking anxiety, stress, and distress if people learn how to talk to each other and a person learn how to reply to them back to what they got going on, even though they never been through it.
And learning a person.
And learning. You gotta be like, babe, what's up? What's going on? And then you learn how to just rub their head.
Yeah.
Just talk, you know what I'm saying? It's not about what we've been through, it's about what we gonna go through.
Yeah.
So we gotta learn each other.
And it's definitely, personally, asking for help is hard for me. Like asking, like saying, I need help or I need to talk to someone is really hard for me. So when people can read, but I'm a very emotional person. So like,
Me too.
it reads in my face. You can tell in my face if something is up.
Like I said, I could just probably, you won't say shit to me, but I could come up to you and I can hug you, and now you just pouring out every fucking thing to me. Because now I done showed you that I care about whatever you fucking thinking about, which I don't even know what you fucking thinking about. But I hugged you, now you like, now I'm stuck.
Exactly.
You know, it's okay to be stuck though.
I want to like touch on that. Like, I don't want to get too personal, but it's like
Yeah, do your
it's
shit.
a self experience type shit. So like last year was like my make it break it year. So I was going through like too much because I mean I always like as a kid and shit like I was going through shit, but I was never the type to like wanting to talk. So when last year like when a lot of heavy shit, got a little distant with my mom. I was being told that my dad is gonna pass and shit. Break up, first heart, like for real heartbreaking shit. Just a lot more going on. I was always just taught like I just gotta be strong, like I can't let it break me and whatnot. So that was kind of always my mindset. So whenever I had somebody like talking to me saying, "Hey, you wanna talk about it?" It was hard for me because I just never was used to that.
We're taught tough love.
So exactly.
So nobody ever gave a fuck.
So
then when somebody really want to do it, then you ain't got no choice but to pour out and.
that's exactly what happened because for my aunt, that's like my, like that's the motherfucker I know I can call at any time of the day, any time of the night, tell her whatever because, like I said, I wasn't the one to tell everybody like what I'm going through and shit, but she knew what was going on with me. So there was a day I was over and she got to talking to me saying, "Look, Papa, like holding those feelings in is dangerous and shit." Because like I said, it was my make it break it year, so it was a lot going on in me that I didn't know how to express. Especially with my girl, I was like, bro, I don't want to fucking talk. I want to do. As soon as my aunt got to talk to me and not telling me how I am, but just explaining like what
It's
it
okay
is
to
I'm
feel
going
what you're
through,
feeling.
I started breaking out, and that was like the first time I ever like I couldn't stop crying because she was right. Like I had to switch up what I was doing because it was, like I said, bro, you know, it was real hard. Like I was to the point where I didn't want to deal with shit no more type shit. So I'm good now because I came to terms with myself. Like I'm not diagnosed, but I know.
Oh my God, Lily over here crying, y'all.
I know.
Is she going crazy on this podcast? Lily, what's going on over there with you? She got something going on with
Lily
her.
was literally just crying with me yesterday about some
What's
friend.
going on with Lily? What's wrong, Lil? Come on, give her the mic. Lily is want to discuss something. So let's talk to Lily. Fuck that.
Makes
What's
me
wrong,
sad
babe?
when, like people I care about are hurting.
It is.
I think we need a whole podcast
Or whatever they've been through
dedicated
and
to like
everything
our
like
feelings
that.
and shit. I feel like that should be next
Well,
podcast.
guess what? Everything we're talking about and everything we've been through is damn near the whole damn podcast. If they're looking at it, if they haven't looked, if they do look, it's America, it's life. We have to go through it. You have to go through something to get through something. No matter what you do in your life. You can't just be here and ain't never went through nothing. I'm Lily. and I'm Lily. No. I'm Lily and I'm dead, I'm conquered, I'm here. It's gotta be a, it's gotta be a leeway through everything that we go through.
That is the same
We done
shit.
been
You
through
gotta-
so much shit.
You gotta go through shit to like get through shit.
Who the fuck
So
been through-
everything that I've been through.
Don't nobody think they can walk in your fucking shoe. I don't think you can walk in my goddamn feet lock. And you don't think I can walk in your goddamn Air Force One. I will never. But I don't wear one. Well, you don't think I can walk in your shit. Nobody think they can walk somebody's shit till they walk in their shit. Everybody has to walk in shit.
And that's the thing, cause
God wants you to walk in shit.
after
If you don't walk
going
in
through-
shit, you ain't walking with him any damn way.
After going through all that, like from where I'm at today, I just look back at it and just kind of laugh at it because it's just like, if I can get through that shit, and because I had to change a lot of what I was doing, because I hated the way I was, I hated the way I felt. So to where I'm at today, it's like,
You
that's
appreciate
what
yourself.
keeps me going. It made me love myself a little more. It made me be more appreciative of what I have going on. I still got my dad with me today, so to me
That's a blessing.
it's a blessing.
That
So,
is a blessing for real.
and even though I'm not in touch base with my mom,
They both here, right?
they still both here. I still got people out here reaching out to me, family and all that. So like I said, I wasn't the type to always reach out, but now that I know I do, I'm more happy with myself. Because I was going through like a real depression. And like I still struggle with it, but I can't. You can have your days to, go through shit. But
Listen, man, how do I go through depression? I make all my own money. I got all my bills paid. Depression ain't about that, baby. What the fuck are you talking about? You can have everything rich as hell, as soon as $1 million of cocaine if you want to. Depression ain't about that being happy. Depression hit your head when the other. You can have anything in life. Depression fuck with your mind. I don't give a fuck what you got. Depression comes, they be like, he rich, how he want for shit, he dragging off that Jaguar. Depression ain't got nothing to do with that.
It's all mental.
Yeah. That should be a topic for next podcast, for sure.
So go ahead and close it out, Lyrica.
I don't really have much to say except directly at you. It's just so funny when you know a person's, when you learn a person's story and like you have an all new found respect for them. So like I respect the hell out of you, respect your family, and I'm proud of you for like where you are. Today, without getting too emotional about it, but like I really do feel like this should be like this topic of like mental health and like what we go through and how we get through it, because the key word through it, we get through all the shit that we go through, period. Every single one of us at this table. I really do feel like that should be a topic for the next podcast, so remember that right there. But that's really all I have to say. I respect you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of every single body sitting here, because I know we all have a story. And I know, we are either in the process of getting through every single thing that we've been through, or we've survived 100% of our worst days, period. So, yeah.
And as long as we keep living, it's more to come, baby. It's
Yes.
always more to bring us down and more to uplift us. We're going to go through a lot of things where we think it's not going to make us see it through. Hell, you a damn lie. Everything is going to see you through. Strength, God, mercy, grace, prayer, people, guidance. All of that. All that's going to see us through. No matter what you think about, no matter what you go through, all that's going to see you through. I don't give a fuck what I've been through. God has always seen me through. And I always tell everybody, I don't know what you've been through and I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to praise his name.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I'm doing.
And on that note, we're going to close out the second episode of Uncut Convos. Eric, if you can end it for us.
See y'all.
Hey.